I remember once I went to this restaurant in the South somewhere, and it's around brunch time, and I ordered shrimp and grits thinking you can't go wrong with shrimp and grits. And it was unseasoned shrimp on unseasoned grits with nothing else going on. It was such a disappointment. That is not this shrimp and grits. These are full of flavor and easy to make. Alright, this is the shrimp side of the equation, and it's going to be so flavorful because of that sausage there. I'm using what I grew up calling chourico. It's spelled Chourico. It's a Portuguese spicy version of linguiça. Traditionally, this is done with andouille. Then I got a couple of Anaheims and onions, some garlic, a couple of bags of frozen but already peeled and deveined shrimp, and a can of tomatoes. Super good. So in keeping with the new format of the chalkboards to give you text, here's your text with the ingredients. The three on the bottom in red are to make the grits. Yeah, I use 5-minute grits, don't judge me. And I load them up with butter and cheese. Of note here, I'm using chourico, but andouille is the traditional treatment here. And if you, whatever you get a good flavorful sausage. And if you can't find a real flavorful sausage, you're just going to use like kielbasa, then just hit the shrimp mixture with some Cajun seasoning and you'll get the same response. Second chalkboard for the instructions, and then every piece of this we'll highlight it and then show it to you. So let's move on to chop next. So we're chopping some veggies, and our veggies are this Anaheim that we're going to chop small, about 1/4 inch pieces. We're going to move into this onion, same deal, about 1/4 inch pieces on this guy. And then we're going to add the garlic to this same collection of veggies because they're all going in at the same time. So I'm going to break this garlic up into cloves, and now thanks to Tammy Doring, I have a way to deal with this. So just get the garlic down in pieces that are the right size to fit in this thing. Don't have to skin it because this thing is just going to squirt garlic out for me and keep the skin inside. So I got to dice up my chourico, and what I do is I cut these things lengthwise into fourths. And then dice it up into 1/4 inch pieces. That's going to make it small enough that I can get the fat rendering pretty quick. So into my wide and low-sided saute Le Creuset. Love this thing. Sort of medium heat. It's a pork sausage, so it'll smoke at the same temperature any pork sausage smokes at. Once the fat's rendered, the veggies go in, give them a quick stir, and let them start softening. Time to cook some shrimp, so we're going to place the shrimp all across the top of this. We got some steam going on because the veggies are giving up their water, and so what we're going to do is we're going to let that steam cook this shrimp. So we're just going to cover this, and that'll cook. So it's time to get the grits started. Get the water to a boil, add the grits. And then, unlike me, keep an eye on it, because what you do is turn the heat off or way down low and cover this and let it absorb. And you can see I'm starting to get a boil over there because my cooktop stays hot. Alright, open this thing up, see that those shrimp are nice and curled up and they're cooked. They're going to be pink, they're going to be firm, and they're going to have curled more. So now it's time to add those tomatoes and get a little mix going on here. And the shrimp part of this situation is complete. So now we need to finish the grits part. So I'm going to take about 3 tablespoons of butter, cut up in little pads, and get it in those nice hot grits and get that melty. So good. And then once that's done, I'm going to add maybe a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese to this. You can use whatever cheese you like. I love Parmesan. If you're a Waffle House fan, it's just plain old American cheese. So to serve this, you just put some grits in a bowl, and then you put the shrimp sausage mixture on top of it. You can see peanut butter in the background. Is really interested in what I'm doing here because I've flung a piece of shrimp out of that saute pan when I was mixing everything, and he's hoping I do that again. This is so good. So I invite you to try this and give me some comments about whether you think it's any good or not. This is one of my favorite brunch items. If you like these productions, don't forget to subscribe.